Oh, right, no, we're continuing? Let's continue.
Whatever you think.
No, let's continue. We'll definitely wrap next time you backtrack.
Now we're going to a place where we can actually get up from. Wait, let me go and look at the poster again. I know I can get up from both of them, and I'm pretty sure it does loop round, but...
So we want to go to the right-hand one because that backtracks all the way through the left-hand one.
I'm trying to figure out which way it is that gets us out, and I think it'll be that.
Yeah, no, that seems like it. The right-hand one only goes to where the left-hand one goes and then continues down that route. Like, so it just lengthens the journey and gives us some extra shit. Fuck off! Take that.
And we can only get one combo in at a time.
Yeah. Although he dies in like 3 combos, doesn't he?
Combo and
a combo and a bit, apparently.
In fact, I think if I get the strong combo on him the first time he goes down in that.
Fair.
Like, if we're...
So there you go, he's only dangerous if he... Is that a thing you can crouch into, by the way?
Where? It's a box.
No, okay. The thing next to it, there's like a shadow next to it that looked like a hole in the wall.
It's just a dark patch of...
Yeah. Alright, let's go onward and upward. That didn't look like a transition.
Sometimes the transitions aren't just
Darkness.
empty space.
Yeah. God game, establish a theme and stick to it.
So we are here.
Yeah, go
So
right.
Go right.
We will see everything! Everything!
Don't want to miss memory items.
No, we don't. Here, look, there's a picture of a face.
Don't forget to put out the bonfire. You can torch the whole place.
That's not a thing that can happen at all.
Tell me when you got...
And that is exactly why, because we will pee on the bonfire.
What's in that goldfish locket you're wearing? Are you keeping secrets from me?
Yes.
Look, you gotta be careful when it comes to mushrooms. Some are downright poisonous.
We can't tell what she just said. Your battery charge is running low. Does that mean that we have to now change the battery? Okay, we're doing this all on screen.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You're just gonna connect a different Wiimote. You crafty bastard. All of this is happening on screen because we are really professional. Professional guys who record themselves playing video
And this
games.
one already had full batteries. It's almost like I was prepared for this.
Yeah, it is, but you weren't. This was completely off the cuff. Now let's continue. Some mushrooms are downright poisonous.
Tell me when you got a key. By the way, what...
Yeah,
She
I'm
doesn't
pretty
seem to
sure.
have anything else to
Yeah.
say.
We are the most professional in the world. Professional. Storage
We actually had
A.
to press A to read that one.
Oh. Oh hey, lots of creepy staring girls.
Like identical, but almost identical pictures on it all over the place. Exactly like wouldn't actually happen.
Yep. Oh hey, look. Some weeping women. Only 2 of them by the looks of it. You got a mystery
It
item?
is probably a memory item.
Yeah, probably, because it's really fucking out of the way.
Also, it only takes up 1 space.
Oh, that too.
Really out of the way could just mean a weapon we're not supposed to have yet.
Yeah, that's true. I like like their little swooshy ballerina thing they have going. So they have like needles in their back.
They're eyelashes.
Are they?
The big eye on them.
Oh right, I see. I'm glad you can interpret the character design.
Like, I don't know what else they're supposed to look like besides eyelashes, but they are eyelashes for the eye.
Yeah. Is that like acupuncture needles?
They look vaguely like... In fact, if you look around the bottom of the dress, they are like jellyfish.
Oh, fair.
So they're like the commander versions of the...
I see.
I wonder if they would be that cruel.
What?
Put green
on the ceiling? Right, let's backtrack through the entire game.
No, we're not doing that.
We're going all the way back through that corridor.
This corridor, we can see the ceiling, so we know.
Yeah.
But you just know that if they were going to put green on the ceiling, it would
Be in a room that you wouldn't necessarily look on the ceiling. So we're going back to the save point.
Not just yet.
Okay.
Our inventory isn't full, and there's another way to go in this corridor.
Cool. Oh hey, pink jellies again. These are different pink, or
No, these are the same.
these are the same.
And I'm pretty sure that these do also drop.
Drop.
Healing candy drops.
I see.
That's gonna hit us.
I can't work out whether this game would be better or worse with the block button.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Like, for some reason, just the way it looks makes me think it should have one. But that having one would give them an excuse to make more difficult enemies.
The ad hoc nature of Seto's fighting things kind of means that the block button would be out of place.
I guess so, yeah.
Pretty sure that's just money,
But who knows? Nice.
and now we have to time our hits so they're at the right height. Being something dropped from an enemy, it's not going to be a memory item.
No. It's unlikely to be like a weapon or anything either. So it'll be money.
It's either money
Or a
another
healing item that we
else-
haven't seen
or
yet. Yeah, that's a
Another
good
long
one.
thing healing item. Run one.
Again, weird collision detection there.
It wasn't so much weird collision detection as Seto got turned around.
Ah, let's do it.
These things are relatively easy to not take damage from.
But they're just long fights. Always. I mean, let's be honest, they're better than construction workers and birds. But less so than you'd hope.
You haven't seen the worst of construction workers yet.
Oh.
Too many items to pick up a mystery item. You know what?
What can we use up then?
I'm going to ditch the money.
Say what?
You can't discard mystery items though.
Then no, you're not.
So,
Are we going back? Oh, because we'll be coming back this way anyway, won't we?
yeah, right. Map. Is it easier to go left or right? Where are we?
It's probably easier to go right.
We're probably...
I assume that room is where we are, so...
Because that's the other way up.
Yeah. But there might just be more stuff that way that we can't get. Yeah, we are in that corner room. It's ever so slightly closer to go back.
Also, we won't run into any fights we haven't fought.
Yeah.
This is actually going a lot smoother this time round than my first time.
Awesome. That's good to know.
So knowing where I'm going is helping.
Yeah. Well, Sai did say to check that. He's in the. For some reason, that feels wrong that he can be up there.
It's the same room.
Yeah.
Oh, he dropped
It's
it.
right on a
So
transition.
we're not going to be able to pick up. I think that's actually a good... It's either good money or a ranged weapon.
No. Oh, well, whatever. We don't need ranged weapons. You're doing a pretty damn good job against construction
It
weapons.
will give us a ranged weapon for the room that we need ranged weapons for.
Okay, cool.
Then we will have seen another save point before that one.
Oh,
Cool.
man.
Oh, man, indeed.
I see.
I see. Yep, let's have a look at this memory. What's an anri?
A name. This is chapter
Oh, this
2.
is the chap. I see.
Cough. Cough, cough, cough.
Couldn't they go?
From beyond the tiny window, fitted into the side of the tiny house, a raspy cough could be heard. There was a tiny bed in the room, where a tiny human child's body lay resting.
I guess
Her
it
tiny
does-
body lay tiny resting.
It does sort of imply the narrator not to be human. Like I said, by the end of this chapter, if you don't know she's a cat,
You know you have to get some sleep.
The scolding came from a tall woman who entered
Who
the
was
room.
not tiny at all.
She'd come to put out the lantern as she rubbed the boy's back.
No,
He replied, shaking his head.
Tiny head.
I'm not sleeping. Henri might come back home.
Tiny Henry.
Oh, sweetie.
Tiny
The mother's
sweetie.
face was troubled. It was easy to see she knew something.
Knew something tiny.
She knew that the Henri the young boy was waiting for was not coming back.
Henri's coming back. I know she is. She always comes home. I gave her a red bell. She's my little sister.
Ah, so evidently Henri was this little boy's sister.
Was Henry a cat?
Anri was one of the
The
7
oh, of
dead
course, yeah, of
ones.
course she was. Fuck.
I continued to watch them in silence,
Not that it named them before, but
Yeah.
thinking about the boy. I was reminded of Henri, who was even tinier than her poor, sickly brother. Once, she came to visit her big brother. He was so pleased and overcome with love for her that he gave her a red bell. Although I was not there, I could picture
I can
the
quite
scene
easily
already.
picture a kid giving a red bell to a
When
cat.
Henri does come, I'll be sure to wake you.
I don't think it's even the bells that are the colour. I think it's coloured collars.
Ah, I see.
I know the sound of Henri's bell better than anyone.
It goes
Henri's
ding,
bell
ding,
was
ding.
small and red, but she was no longer with us. Her red bell was only here because it had been stripped from her dead body. As I looked up at the moon, I recalled the words, desecrating the dead.
I read that in a cat
phrase-
library.
That phrase, I recalled the words desecrating the dead, just doesn't flow.
No, it doesn't.
What I was about to do was the epitome of spitting in the eyes of the dead. That was exactly what I was doing.
Is she gonna be
I
Henri?
had already abandoned her corpse. And now, I was adding another sin to
You
the
are a
list.
bad cat.
But this
Bad
was my
cat.
revenge. It was the perfect thing to do. This was my revenge on her for calling me mangy.
It is quite obviously
I
a
called
cat,
to the
really,
boy
isn't it?
In a delicate voice. I rang the bell. The sign of his little sister that the boy claimed to know so well.
So it is. It is a
The
normal
window
bell with a
opened.
red bit
Henri,
of silk.
the boy called to me. Yes, it's me. It's me, Henri. He stretched out his arms to embrace me.
I
What
scratched the
happened
living
to you?
shit out of him.
You're all scruffy, he asked. I looked nothing like the beautiful little girl he knew and sounded nothing like her either. Only the red bell remained the same. My revenge was secure. I'm Henri. Henri, with her red bell. The youngest little sister embraced by her brother's small arms.
You can probably already guess the pattern for these.
Yeah, I definitely can. But we're gonna look at all of them, even if the game didn't force us to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're completionists up in this. You could move things around in your...
Yeah, I'll do that when I need to.
Okay. Alright, cool. We're gonna wrap here. So, later guys. Paul Cliff, Body at Video Games.